So today, we're going to be talking about the balance changes that is coming to Smashing 4. We're going to be talking about the buffs and the nerfs, only like 6 of them, but let's see if these changes are going to be good enough or it's just another bad update. My name is Michael, because enjoy today's video. Alright, let's talk about these balance changes. The first hero that we talk about, which received the buff, is the Cultist. Now, the Cultist can be pretty difficult to use because it does rely on the runes to use its ability pretty well. So, other than it's a skillful card, it is still kind of like a powerful hero. You just gotta use him right. So, his ability got buffed 5%. So, we're gonna be seeing some more damage coming from using his runes. It is going to be devastating, but like I said, it does require some skill to use his abilities, so even though he's already a strong hero, it's still pretty difficult to use. But regardless, the Cultist is going to be a much powerful hero when this balance update comes, which whenever I post this video, I think it's just going to be out already. So, alright, so let's start by trying to finish this match real quick. I mean, I want the Sorceress dead, but I don't think we can hit her. I mean, we can, but not with a double hit. So we had 3 heroes once for 770 right there. Sorceress gets the buff, but it is not her turn, thankfully. But yeah, I'm trying to take out the Sorceress so that way he doesn't enchant my heroes, which I think the Frostfox is going to be enchanted. No, he is not. That's good. We'll enchant the Sorceress here and heal up the Frostfox a bit. There we go. Frostfox is dead. That's awesome. We don't need to worry about the Sorceress enchanting my heroes. And my heroes are enchanted except the Naga, which I need to enchant her eventually. But my blacksmith is going first or next, so should be pretty good to do it right now. Blacksmith barely survived that turn, so we're grateful that we were actually able to do that. Let's do this and make the Naga hit the werewolf. There we go. Also hitting the warlord, not too bad. Jocelyn going next, and of course, Jocelyn did not get the buff, so he's only doing like 15 damage to my hero, so he's going to use the warlord for damage instead, which is very smart. I could probably... we'll just double hit the werewolf here, then hit the warlord. Pushing it towards the Frostfox, that's awesome. Alright, Jocelyn gets the buff this time. Cannot do much about that. He is going to take out the Naga here. Unless he wants to focus on the Frostfox? Let's see. Let's see. He does actually hit the Naga, well played. And the Jocelyn will get his damage right there, so well played. This is where we could just maybe enchant his werewolf, or should we... enchant the werewolf and hit the warlord, I guess. We actually double hit the werewolf, but she actually survives, and the warlord survived as well. So I think we'll win this one, especially if, I mean, even if the Frostfox dies, I think we are going to win this one. There you go. Yeah, he does die. So all we gotta do now is just hit the, the warlord and the werewolf, and we're going to win here. So right here, right there should do the trick. And there you go. Only the Jocelyn is left alive, literally only doing 15 damage to the Shaman. So he literally needs 200 hits to take me out. Can he actually do 200 hits? No, he cannot. All right, so we are going to win here. He should surrender at this point because, again, he needs more than 200 hits. So that's just not gonna happen, dude. He's still going at it, so I guess respect to you. I just never done 200 hits in one game at all, so that's funny. All right, so I think we need a double hit here. He still does not want to quit. I mean, I guess I respect that, but you know you're going to lose, dude. Come on, just quit the game, bro. He's still going at it. All right, so I need a double hit to take him out, because if I fail, then we're gonna have to waste another turn here. So right here should do the trick for the double hit. And there you go. We got the double hit and we finally won that match. Even though that match we were not going to lose because Jocelyn was only doing 15 damage. All right. So we talked about the Cultist. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about the Cultist buff. I guess it's okay. It's just very strong already, but it's just difficult to use. So it's like an okay buff right there. Let's continue on. All right. The next hero that got the buff is the Monkey King. Believe it or not. I believe the Monkey King is already a strong hero, and receiving a buff for the Monkey King is just absurd to me. But what can you do, right? His ability, which is the Fire Clouds, received a 20% buff. So now instead of getting 41 damage per cloud, I think it's 49, which is absurd. It's incredibly powerful. It's basically 50 per cloud, man. So you can get 150 damage buff from from 3 clouds. Plus, you can do the Warlord's ability and the Enchantress's ability or the Treant's ability, either or. You can definitely perform Hyper Boost now if you're trying to do that and you're just going to do insane damage if you do it perfectly. Doing damage like that. So in my opinion, I don't think the Monkey King needed a buff. It seems like people are not using the Monkey King too often. That's my guess. But in my opinion, yeah, the Monkey King definitely did not need a buff. He is already a strong hero as it is. Or hit the assassin to take him out right there. There we go. And the Enchantress died. That's actually good. We just gotta try to enchant the werewolf and the warlord, and we'll win this one as well. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the Monkey King buff. In my opinion, he definitely did not need that buff at all. So, um, yeah, Monkey King, unnecessary buff in my opinion. But we'll see what happens whenever the balance change goes live. Uh, it's dangerous to use to activate the Warrior's ability, but I think a double hit from the Naga would be very good. We missed a double hit. Oh, we do get the double hit, and also hitting the Warlord. That was so clutch, dude. But look at this. So, Werewolf getting the buff, doing 1800 damage. That's dangerous, bro. That is incredibly dangerous. He can two-shot the Naga. And he thankfully missed it, double hitting the Naga right there. Let's hit the Werewolf towards the Naga. That should be death, right? It is death. All right. So only the Warlord is left alive with 500 health. That's awesome. I mean, the Blacksmith would need two hits to take him out, but it seems like this will be our win as well. So we're doing pretty good. He is going to take out the Naga, maybe hit the Shaman as well, but the Blacksmith would need 2 hits to take him out, so I'm just going to use the Shaman's damage to take him out because it'll be enough for the Shaman to take him out. So this will be another good game in the bag. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Another good match right there. Second win. Doing pretty good. Can't complain about this one right here. 31 trophies. We are 39-18, which is absurd because I usually never go up this high. So let's continue on. All right, the final hero that got the buff, and this is the biggest buff for this balance update, is actually the champion. The champion, whenever he first came out, he was a very strong hero, and they left him very powerful for a long time, so they gave him major nerfs, making him barely not usable, at that point. But he's finally getting some love. I agree, he needed some love, and he finally got it. His ability is going to be increased, from 24 damage to 28 damage, I believe. So of course, the ability doesn't make that much of a difference with only 4 damage, but of course, at higher levels, it does make a little bit of a difference. But his biggest change is actually the health. The health from 3, it's like a 23% health buff, which is huge for any hero getting a health buff because holy guacamole, he is getting almost 100 health extra. So from 370 to 460 in one buff. That is absurd. Now I get that the champion needed some love. Maybe that's all he needed, some health buff. Because he used to die pretty quickly while not making enough damage and whatnot. So maybe that's why. But still, getting a health buff that big for the champion, honestly, for any hero, is just very, very insane. But I do agree that the champion needed some love. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys agree with that buff. The health buff could be a little bit high, but I still agree that he still needed some love. Let's do this. We do hit the werewolf, unfortunately, while she does have her speed buff, which is pretty dangerous, but we still need to do some damage. We still have the Naga pretty at a good health, so we should be able to use the Naga's damage and hopefully just take out the werewolf, I think, because the werewolf is a pretty dangerous hero, obviously. So he's going for the Shaman directly, and he's going to buff up everyone else. That's unfortunate with the speed buff. I don't think we can push the Blaze towards the Naga. Or wait, no. Oh, wait, no, the Naga goes next. Okay. I guess we just take out the Blaze here. Hit the Werewolf. We sadly don't push or hit double hit the Werewolf, unfortunately. But we did take out the Blaze, which is good. I needed to take out the Blaze as well. But he is going to push the Naga towards the Banshee. Thankfully, the Shaman did not get hit right there. We can nerf. No, we should be able to do this, right? This should take out the Werewolf. There we go. And the goop will take her out. Only the Banshee is left alive. Alright. This should be good. If the Naga survives here, which with the defensive buff, we should be able to survive here. Let's see. We can double hit to take her out. Go for it, my dude. I think she needs a triple hit to take me out, though. Which is doable. Uh, Actually, no, she needed 4 hits because of the defensive buff. So we should be able to get the double hit right there for the win. Let's go, dude. All right, another good match. Let me know in the comments below what you guys believe about the champion buff. Good, but the health is just an insane buff. But everything else, the ability is okay. Let's continue on. All right, we're gonna be talking about the nerfs now. The first thing we're gonna be talking about is the Griffin. Now, the Griffin, when he first came out, he was extremely overpowered. They nerfed his speed, but I agree that the Griffin was still pretty strong even though they nerfed the speed. So they finally decided to act on it and nerf his damage. So his base damage and ability damage from 44 to 41. So instead of doing 88 damage per hit now, it's going to be doing 82 damage per hit. Now, it doesn't seem like that much, but of course, at higher levels, it's going to make a huge difference. But at least the Griffin won't be as crazy as he could be, because facing the Griffin is a pretty scary hero to face. So seeing the Griffin getting a nerf is good, in my opinion. Like I said, the Griffin definitely needed a nerf, in my opinion. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys agree or disagree with that statement. If you guys disagree with me, you're a Griffin user. That's all I gotta say. All right, so let's see if we can win this match right here. Push the... Oh, I was trying to push the slime towards the Naga, but at least we did some damage to the Jossum and the Naga and the slime right there. Alright, so Warlord goes next. He is going to push the Jossum towards the Frost Fox. I mean, we're doing okay so far. We can take out his Warlord here. Not sure if we can hit the Slime. Yeah, we don't hit the Slime, but we thankfully do heal up the, the Frost Fox a bit. With the Shaman dead, we won't be able to enchant, of course, the Armadillo and the Jossum, meaning that we won't be able to heal up or deal massive damage using the Naga and the Frost Fox here, so... It can be pretty... This could be pretty bad, not gonna lie. We might not win here. We can do this and heal up the Frostfox a bit. There we go. We actually healed up the Frostfox, and we actually gave the Nagai defensive buff so he can tank a little bit of damage. The first hit, at least. He gave everyone the freaking bomb. Golly. Alright, alright. Let's do this to heal up the Frostfox once again. Hit the Armadillo towards the Naga. Let's go. Just keep healing that Armadillo of the Frostfox, but he's going to get rid of the defensive buff yet again while giving him the speed nerf, and he takes out the Naga. Okay. We're not winning here, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we are not winning here. We can do this and hit the Slime and the Jossum, but also the Armadillo, but the Frostfox is definitely going to die up there because of the Armadillo. So there it is. Bomb Blast, death. Unfortunately, we're not going to win with the Blacksmith, especially with the speed nerf, so we're going to call it quits. There's no point in continuing on this match. He bested me. But regardless, let me know down in the comments below what you guys believe about the Griffin nerf. Let's continue on. Alright, the other hero they're going to be talking about that received a nerf is actually the Warrior. Now, the Warrior is a very weird choice. I don't think the Warrior needed a nerf. But regardless, we're going to be talking about the Warrior. The Warrior, for whatever reason, is actually receiving, I think it's a speed nerf or a weight nerf. So whenever you interact with people, when you're doing damage with her, it's going to affect from now on. So that's something to keep in mind if you're a Warrior user. So she's going to be light. Yeah, she's light, so it's not speed, it's weight. So she is going to be light from now on. So that's something to think about whenever you play, because you won't be able to do double hits as easily when you're light. So that's something to keep in mind. Let me do that. Actually, enchanting the Paladin is actually kind of clutch. But yeah, in my opinion, the Warrior didn't need a nerf. And if you're going to give her a nerf, at least give her a... Honestly, I don't know. I guess that's how kind of balanced the Warrior is. I don't think she needed a nerf. Let's do this, and hopefully you can actually shoot the cannon towards the enemies up there. We failed to hit the cannon. And I think my heroes are together down there, meaning that he can actually hit all three of them. Can I hit the Naga, thankfully? Oh, yeah, I don't think you can hit all three of them. You can take out the oh no way. Misses the Frostfox. Thank you. I thought we were going to just lose altogether right there. Alright, so let's see if we can take out the well, we won't be able to take out the Paladin right here, but I just want to deal. Oh, we actually did take out the Paladin because the Frostfox was there to take him out. That's one less zero for him to use to charge up the Rocketeer, which is good. As soon as you take out the heroes quickly, then the Rocketeer won't be able to use his ability. He is going to go for the charges, which is annoying, obviously. Um, can't do much here, man. Can we hit both of these guys? Yeah, we can, and we actually hit the blacksmith with the cannonball, so that was pretty good. All right, so he's probably going to buff up the Rocketeer here, just one rocket. I'll take the one rocket. Don't get a double hit. Okay, thankfully not a double hit, and I guess we'll nerf these two. Cannon. Okay, so the Shaman is actually blocking the Rocketeer from getting a direct hit on the Frostfox. That's actually clutch. Not sure what he's doing here. Okay, he missed the rocket altogether. Why did he do that, dude? Why did you do that? What kind of play was that? I'm not understanding why did he do that. That's crazy. So he's probably going to hit the Rocketeer plus the Blacksmith. There it is. So 2 charges right there. And let's... Should we just take out the Blacksmith here? And we sadly don't hit the Thunder Paws. And he can actually hit both heroes up there, but thankfully he only has 2 rockets, meaning that my heroes will survive. And all we gotta do now is just try to take out the Thunder Paws if possible. If I can nerf the Thunder Paws too, that would be great. Never mind. He just took out the Shaman, so I cannot enchant the Thunder Paws. So we just gotta try to heal up as much as possible. So this should be at least 2 hits. There we go. 2 hits right there. And he would need... He needs 4 hits, but he's actually going for the buff. So I just gotta try to heal up as much as I can so I can survive the attack, which... Actually, how much damage is he doing per rocket? 677. I need to have at least 2,000 health. I should be fine here, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll survive the attack. We shall survive the attack, ladies and gentlemen. And from now on, we should be able to win here easily because we nerfed the Rocketeer's damage, base damage, I should say. So, I mean, 1,000 health, but he would need 2 rockets plus with every hit, I can heal up. So he knows that he's not going to win there, and we got a double hit, almost a triple hit right there to finish him off, but didn't need to because he surrendered. So let's go, ladies and gentlemen. That's another good game right there. We're gonna be talking about one final hero from now on. So let's continue on. Alright, we're going to be talking about the final nerf, and this is a very big nerf for this hero, the Jawsome. Now, the Jawsome, whenever he received the buff, you guys agree with me, you guys should agree with me, he did not need that nerf at all, or he did not need that buff at all. That buff was definitely insane for the Jawsome, but thankfully he is receiving a nerf, and a major nerf at that. So his ability damage, so whenever he pulls hero, it is going to do from 26 to 20, so that's like 20%. 20% less, which is pretty good. 22% more or less. So pretty good nerf on that. So thankfully, no. Whenever he just has that, that whenever he pulls hero, I cannot speak. Whenever he pulls hero using the ability, when you're enchanted, with the defensive buff from the blacksmith, he's actually going to do less damage, like barely any damage. So that's something awesome to try out. I gotta see that at some point whenever the update goes live, which it should be later tonight. His base damage went from 51 to 48, so it's like a 5% nerf more or less. Again, yeah. Whenever he pulls hero towards himself, he just also attacks with the base damage, so that's something also incredibly difficult and annoying to face. So thankfully, that is being addressed as well. Can we nerf the Jawsome while doing this? There we go. The Trine is dead. That's awesome. Jawsome's taking some goop damage up there. Not too bad. But yeah, that's like a 5% nerf on his base damage. Again, whenever you do area damage like that, your base damage should be lowered, in my opinion. My opinion. So that's good to see. Let's do this right here. Bada boom. There we go. We just took him out. And now the Jossum and the Werewolf are taking some goop damage, which is awesome. Jossum is doing how much? 194. So the Naga can tank 3 hits. The 4th hit will take him out. And last but not least, we're going to be talking about the AoE, which is what caused a whole shebang with the freaking community, because the Johnson was just doing way too much because of his area damage. It's going to be reduced 10%, which thankfully, hopefully, that makes him much weaker. That what makes him very powerful. The area of effect. That's what's making him extremely dangerous. So thankfully, that is something to see, because now he won't be able to reach as far as he normally does, which is good. And that's going to be another game, I think, because the Jossum is in the goop. Yep, there it is. But yeah, guys, that is a major nerf that the Jossum received, and I agree that it did need a nerf, because that buff that he got before definitely was not needed, in my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more Smashing 4 videos. If you guys agree or disagree, just talk in the comments below, I'll read them, and if you guys have any other recommendations that you want to see, just leave them down in the comments below, and so I do it for you guys. Thanks so much for watching this video, and thanks again for continued support. I will see you next one. Take care.